Hey y'all, I just finished some bread bowls and I haven't cut them yet because they're cooling, so I'll try to link the video because we'll cut them in this one. But we're also going to do some cheddar broccoli soup, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do a shortcut because you have to let it simmer for about 30 minutes so your carrots and your broccoli will tender up good. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up my broccoli, and I'm going to steam it with the carrots just a little bit ahead so I don't have to wait so long and we can eat a little bit faster. So here we go. I'm just going to cut these up and stick them over here in the steamer. Now let me reiterate, the recipe will not have this in it. You'll just actually put it in your soup, about 3 cups worth of broccoli florets, and that'll be toward the end. I'm just doing this because I want to eat faster. But it'll go in when it's supposed to go in, so you'll know. I'm going to do the same thing with my carrots. There's our bread bowls, by the way. They're just still cooling. They're really hot. You want to melt 1/4 cup of butter. Then also, you're going to have a stick of celery. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there with my broccoli, my carrots. Y'all will put this in there, as the recipe will say, toward the end. Now we're going to add our onion. Just want it like a medium onion. I'm just adding all that. It's sweet onion is what I'm using. Just want to stir that around in there until they are tender, you know, and translucent. We're getting there. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of flour over our onions. We're going to stir that around for 1 to 2 minutes. You want to let that flour cook up a little bit. I knocked part of it over. I'm going to put that in there and we'll get it. Since I knocked part of it over. You can kind of start to smell that flour once it's, you know, starts to get ready and brown, and you get rid of that white flour taste. Now we're going to start pouring in. Let me turn this down just a little bit. We're going to start pouring in our half and half. There's 2 cups of half and half in here. And we're going to grab our 2 cups of, if you got it, low sodium chicken stock. I'm just using better than bouillon, so I won't be adding any salt to this. It's usually pretty salty. And then they'll also have cheddar cheese. And then you want this on a simmer. You don't want it boiling. You want it, it's going to take about 15 minutes to thicken up. And we're going to cook that till it starts to thicken up. Okay, you don't want it on simmer, you want it on medium at this point. And that's where I've got this, believe it or not, it's at medium. Now I'm going to add my broccoli, my celery, and my carrots. This is when you would add them. Let me drain all that. See if I want them all in there. That's a lot of broccoli to say. And then you're going to put a lid on it. And you're going to let it go. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this smaller. Finish it on off. And you're going to let that simmer for about 25 minutes. And then, of course, your cheese will go last. And that's going to thicken it up even more. And that'll be 2 cups of cheddar cheese. So let me grab a lid. I am going to add some black pepper to this. If you want salt in yours, it's just the point you would add it. Now the lid goes on, and we'll check it in about 25 minutes. We'll put our cheese in. I'm starting to think my thing didn't start over, and this is all on one video, which would be these bread and soup. It's going to be a really long video. Sorry about that, y'all. But in the meantime, these are not quite totally cooled down, but I'm going to cut one of them anyway. I probably need to cut more than that. Let's go a little wider so we can put more soup. A little wider and a little deeper, but I don't want to cut through it, so then I guess you just pull it out like so. Still warm in there. That's why you're supposed to let them cool off totally, because that's still pretty hot to touch. You can see it's still smoking now that I pulled that bread out. So maybe we'll just do this one for now, so y'all can see that for general purposes, to know that it does work. It's a good recipe. I'm going to hollow this one out. Now my top won't fit because I did it that way. I cut it twice. The next one I cut, I'll cut in one piece, so my top would actually fit down on it. That's all right, because we're going to eat these anyway. In fact, let's get about it, this bread. Lord, it's good. I love fresh bread. Yum, yum. Let me just kind of pick it up and show you. It's a really good recipe. It looks really good all over. And that's going to be really yummy with some... I'm just eating it. I'm not going to be hungry if I start that. Yeast bread will fill you up quick. Oh my God, it's good. Yum. Use something when you do this that's not so easy to stick. You see how that's thickening up kind of already? You can tell. And it's only been sitting here maybe 5 minutes. Long enough for me to cut that bread for y'all. So just make sure you're cutting something that won't stick, and check it and make sure it's at a medium to low setting. Okay, can you see how thick that already is now? Kind of, it's much thicker. Now we're going to add 2 cups of extra sharp cheddar cheese. This is a half cup. We'll do 4 of those. Kind of measuring it so I don't overdo it, because I tend to overdo it with cheese. Y'all notice that with me. Always more is better. And then we're just going to put our cheese in here. Now, if you want nutmeg in yours, this is the time to put you a 1/8 teaspoon or so of nutmeg. I might add a little bit to it. So let me grab that while our cheese melts. I got just a tad of that. Get that stirred in here. Now you just want this simmering now, of course. That's pretty much what I had them on anyway, and you have to be real careful that it don't stick on you. And we are pretty much ready to eat. Now, what you can do with this soup, if you want a smoother soup, is take you a cup out. Use your conversion blender and blend it up, and then pour it back over in there if you don't want it, you know, chunkier like this. I don't think I'm going to fool with that. I'm going to leave it just like it is. And we're going to fix us a soup bowl. Y'all see this sometime tonight, because let me tell you, I think this video stayed together, but part of it is sideways, and part of it is horizontal, part of it's vertical. So I'll have to do some work, some editing tonight. But here is our beautiful soup bowls. Oh, this smells so good. Of all videos for me to have to mess up. And there, I don't think I can fill them up much more than that, is our beautiful, there's nowhere to put them on the side. I'm just going to let y'all look at it like so. Cheddar broccoli soup in our bread bowls. Y'all have a great night.